looks like President Donald Trump is looking to insert himself into the middle of the New York City mayoral election. I'm sorry for that mental imagery right there from that word. Okay.
Tallywhacker.
No, let's not go there.
Sexual anarchy.
No. Now, the New York Times reported on August 6th that Trump had apparently asked a Republican congressman, along with New York businessmen, about which candidate has the best chance of beating Democratic nominee Zora Mamdani. Now, the Republican nominee, Curtis Silva, is, it's Curtis Silva. You've also got incumbent Eric Adams and former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who are trying to run for that position. Now, both Adams and Cuomo are running as independents, so you would think that the Republican would be a shoo-in for a Trump endorsement, right? But no, it turns out might not be the case. The New York Times reports that pollster Mark Penn and former New York City Council President Andrew Stein have both advised Trump that he should back Andrew Cuomo. Now, the outlet also cites 3 unnamed sources to say Trump had spoken directly to Cuomo on the phone about the race in recent weeks. Now, Cuomo, of course, is denying that. His spokesman, Rich Azzopardi, told the Times that former governor has not spoken to Trump in a while. As far as I know, they have not discussed this race. Oh, as far as you know. Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, that's a nice non-denial denial. Okay. Look, I'm pretty sure they did have a conversation because Donald Trump and the establishment, all the owner donors, are deathly afraid of Zora Mamdani. So, yes, I would expect an evil alliance here. I mean, it's not exactly difficult to imagine them getting together to try to go after Mamdani, to stop him from becoming governor. Now, that said, upon learning this, Mamdani put out this video on social media.
I would be remiss if I did not directly address some of the news that we saw come out just a few hours ago, which is that the president of this country, Donald Trump, has been coordinating with Andrew Cuomo in direct conversation with the former governor. It is Trump billionaires who have been opposing our campaign's vision for a city that New Yorkers can afford. It is Donald Trump himself who has been directly conspiring with candidates who have decided to give up the people that they are supposed to protect in lieu of securing power through the assistance of that same administration in Washington, D.C. This should be a race about addressing the questions of who will make the city affordable, who will ensure that each and every New Yorker is safe, who will bring our city forward, not an audition for the best jester for Donald Trump and his billionaire supporters. Whatever Donald Trump seeks to do to influence the outcome of this election, I have more faith in New Yorkers themselves, who have shown, whether it be in the previous presidential election or whether it be through this primary race, that they do not want to support our current president's vision of a New York City that is ripping immigrants from their homes, that is detaining New Yorkers on the basis of political expression, that in fact what they want is someone who can stand up to an authoritarian administration and to the billionaires that gave us that administration.
Look, as usual, Mamdani putting out fire videos, okay? He's such an incredibly natural speaker. He's really good at what he's doing. And look, there you go, though. The fact that there are so many Democrats out there in the establishment that are refusing to endorse this man and actually throwing their support behind Cuomo, it shows you that all they do care about is appeasing the donor class rather than actually serving working class New Yorkers. I mean, they're desperate and absolutely scared. Look, at the end of the day, though, the business community understand that they always bend towards fascism. Why? Because they always get tax cuts and deregulation and don't really care about anything else. So, like, the other thing that makes this very likely to be true is the fact that Cuomo is actually currently part of a legal team that is defending Benjamin Netanyahu against the ICC's charges of war crimes in Gaza. The International Criminal Court is going after Netanyahu for what he's been doing to the Palestinian people, okay, in Gaza. That team, by the way, was assembled by Alan Dershowitz, an associate of Jeffrey Epstein. And like Donald Trump, of course, Cuomo also happens to be a sex pest who is currently beholden to the right-wing government of Israel. Billionaire predators of a feather stick together. And they're doing so to try to stop the left-wing brown guy. I know that Cuomo has come out and he's like, I am going to oppose Donald Trump on his Medicaid cuts and all that stuff, right? He's picking the easy issues, right? And it's probably going to only put up token resistance to some of the things that Donald Trump would do if he becomes mayor again, okay? But look, here's the thing, okay? They're really trying to stop Mamdani because Mamdani actually has better politics, better policy that he wants to do that would actually help regular people. Look, and it's not just Andrew Cuomo, by the way. His brother, Chris Cuomo, guess what he's been doing? Also attacking progressives. In fact, he had recently been busted passing off a deep fake video of AOC as real. They're doing everything that they can to try to sabotage progressives. Everything that they can. Even lying about deep fake videos and lying about phone calls to Donald Trump. And look, even trying to have an unholy alliance with Donald Trump to get an endorsement. I don't think that's going to help him in New York City. But that's what they're trying to do. Hopefully all of this ends up, of course, shooting Cuomo's campaign in the foot. I mean, already, though, good news, Mamdani's crushing in the polls. He's got about 38.1% support as of recent polling this week, followed by Cuomo, who's at 25%. Republican nominee Curtis Silva is in third with 15%, and followed by incumbent mayor Eric Adams with just 11.5%. I think it's polls like that, as well as, again, the policies there that are going to tax the rich and actually help working class people that scare the shit out of Donald Trump and his establishment enablers. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.